Start your engines. Like to be alive. Bam. Ah. Cool, that's running, that's running. Pop out the chat. Bada bing, bada boom. No caps. Sweet. Right. Actually, that can stay at that volume. That's a pretty decent volume. Cool. Hey, Emery, how you doing? I know it says Emily on your profile, but like, it's so hard for me to say, not to say that anymore. It's like I'm so ingrained in it. It's the same with S'mores, aka, well, Jackie, aka S'mores. Like even Charles, Chris with Citrus. Like it's so ingrained in my head now. It's going to be hard for me to get rid of it. But hello, how are you doing? Back for some more visual effects stream. We're actually going to be focusing on some capes today. And I'll show you what we're working with in a second. Just let me get the last of the things that... God, that's bright. There we go, that's the one we want. That's fine. Do they have a dark mode? Ah. Does this have a dark? No, it doesn't. Damn it. Okay. No worries. I like being called. Okay. Even when we meet up. Oh yeah. Like I said, I probably will, just purely because Chris Citrus is the best example. Like, I will actually flip, and I think the only reason I do between Chris and Citrus is because Erin, his girlfriend, calls him Chris, but I'm so used to calling him Citrus. Like sometimes I go Chris or Citrus, and it just literally it's potluck. So yeah, it's just one of them things. It really is. Hang on a minute. Where's... Oh, it's there. Okay, sweet. Right, let's push that there. Right, okay, there we go. Right, we're about to jump straight into it. But so, if I go to the stream scene, this is what we're going to be working on today. So this is the... If you remember from last week, this is... We're not doing the floor, so now the red thing is his cape over here. And you'll see like it dragging on something. That is like the ground we were working on last week. So it won't look correct, obviously, like to his feet, and that's the reason why. But yeah, we wanna sort out the cape because there's a few good things with the cape, but if I'm honest, not a lot. Not a lot, but there's a few nice things that work. Like my goal is to definitely get it heavier. Like definitely to get it heavier, and there's some things at the back, so when it attaches, it's easy to see on his back, but as he like comes down, you can see it more on here, how it's pinned to like his left shoulder blade, but it's not really pinning on his right, so we need to sort the pinning out, which is going to be fun. So we'll minimize that. Like, I know that Flex's name is John. What I ever think of a John? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, yeah. Once I knew that, I was like, yeah, like that's going to be a tough sell for me, boss. Yeah, they both start with C. Yeah, exactly. That's true as well. Like, it's not like it's different letters. Okay, so this is just everything coming in. Right, so this is our vellum cloth. Right, hang on a minute, Jesus. So we want to do density. So like, as it's saying here, like, so let me what is that default? Oh, 0. Wow, we really scaled that up. Okay. Oh my god, something is stuck in my throat. What if we just put that to 1? What does that do? Oh, right, okay. Now I understand. Right, so we've put that to 0.5. That's for all these little bowls. No, we don't want to do connectivity. Drag should be okay. Pin to animation. That's fine. What we got here? Oh, okay, yeah, so these is what we're pinning here. It's been like a month or so since I actually looked back at the cloth stuff. So it's a moment to remind myself. So you can see here, one of the biggest issues is the rocks. The rocks on his back, like I said, where his shoulder blades are. The left one is really nice and spaced out, but the right one isn't. So basically what I'm doing here is, you can see it easy with this, is the points that I'm selecting, I'm attaching to the geometry. So the points in, yeah, the points in this group are like a replica points to them. Also, thank you for the hydrate. By the sounds of it, I need it. So I'm attaching like 4 points from the cloth to 4 points of here, and then doing the same on the other side as well. But like I said, like these are sort of like evenly spaced, but these are just like, they're just not very good. Like, but we haven't got the best of sample sizes as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that one out. Like, if we pinned, wait, no, if we go back, so the vellum attaches here. So one thing that I can see straight away is actually the left-hand side is only going to one spot. So, okay, that's interesting. They're all going to one spot, so they all specifically choosing 1 point to go off, maybe? Oh, that's not even connected anymore, so that can just go over there. I do miss points. It's hard to take care of humans. So there was a really good video by the head of YouTube Gaming, I think he is. Or he's either head of YouTube Gaming or head of YouTube live streaming. And they're like, for next year, they've got so much stuff planned, like gifted subs, and I think they're going to try and do something very similar to channel points. Because it is missing that sort of like interaction. But yeah, like, it's hard to see because they're like, it's white on white. It would actually be really nice if you could change the colors, but I don't think you can. But what's happening here is that this side is actually doing it better than the left hand side, but the left hand side is holding up better than the right hand side. So Okay, yeah, that shows it. So, like, you can see here, like, this little circle here is going to this one here, here to here, here to here. But the issue on this side is all of them are going to this point here. It's really hard to see, but it's like they're all going to one point, which is kind of strange. So, I don't know what's target path. Okay. What about? I've got a few ideas. So at the moment we're selecting points. We're selecting points to points, which usually is the best way to go. But let's choose a bit of chaos and go for the edges. So the edges in like 3D World are basically all the lines that you see here. They're edges. That's what's classed as an edge. Like, I'm not going to go into too much proper terminology because I don't want to put people to sleep, but that's basically what I'm talking about here. I'm trying to go every other one, but I don't like that selection. What about this selection instead? And we're going to call that edge group. GRP is just short for group. We're not going to change any values. We're purely just changing in the Vellum attach the target group from okay, why is that not appearing? Is it coming in? So now we're just trying to see if the data from what we've just done here is passing through. No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. Why? Why is that not passing through? It's a valid group. Yeah. Edge groups. It's there. Oh, maybe it doesn't deal in edges at all. That would make some sense. But then why is it an option here? Why is it an option there then if it doesn't deal in? That makes no sense. Because this is what we need. Because this is setting. This is oh shit. This is setting up the cloth. This is setting up this. This is attaching it to the. 1 minute. Can we manually select it? Like, let's try this. This is probably not going to work, but it's always good to try. Let's start from... Actually, I like where we started just there. Let's just do that. Okay, so that is taking that group. Oh, we've already got some down here. Sorry, I'm not explaining what I'm thinking very well, but there is method in the madness. So right here, I don't think it's taking the information. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. This time it's even worse. Huh. Hang on, let's just go real back to basics and let's just select one from either side. So we're pinning it that way. Oh, okay, that's just making it a bit thicker. That's just adding a normal to it, so it's not... Yeah, that makes sense. And then we're adding the colour to make it nice and red. Alright, let's just see how this attaches. I don't think this is going to work. Also, let me save. Always got to save. Save a new version, why not? If we don't have any luck with this, because this is a bit more, what I'm trying to do right now is a bit tricky. I do have a backup little side project that I can start brand new that I am very interested in working on. This and the other one's a lot more artsy fartsy. All right, I'm just gonna go. Well, no, just give it a couple of, give it a minute or two to simulate the frames. Like, it's hard to see because the QR code is blocking it, but you can sort of see the path down here. This is basically like the main thing you look at really is the timer in the bottom left, but again you can't see it, and this part here, because this is telling you what frame it's simulating and out of how many frames. So yeah, like we've already done 4 frames already, and we're only 30 seconds in, so some quick basic maths and you'll be able to get a general idea of how long it's going to take. But sometimes some frames are more heavy than others, so you've also got to take that into account. But yeah, we're already on 76. But like I said, the main thing we're trying to figure out here is how this cloak is going to attach to him, and it's mainly just to stay up. That's the big thing. If we can get it to just to stay up, then we're golden, because then we're just purely focusing on the materials of the cape. Because the animation drives the animation gives the cape motion. Like we don't need to animate anything. Like because this guy's already moving and grooving, we don't need to play around with anything when it comes to motion wise. Because they're getting all the motion from the character. Now if it gets stuck and other things, that's a whole different ball game. But the core basics of it is, once it's attached, we just press play and let it do its thing. But again, we still need to have the right material values and stuff like that. And the reason why the big dudes like not in, so there's like different terminology of like T-pose, bind pose, and stuff like that. So when you're like running cloth, only cape with its own motion is touch. That is a very, very good point. I like that, Rain. That is a very, very good point. That's so true as well. That is so true. I would have loved to like I know the company that did a lot of the Doctor Strange stuff. I'd love to meet the people like who were working on the cape, because I bet they had a lot of fun, but it was really annoying. Like I wonder if they like I am stating that I have no actual idea how they did any of this. I have to state this because if I'm just saying something I think it and then people take it as gospel, it's not. It's really not. This is my own thought. Okay, I have no idea, but it wouldn't surprise me if they actually had an invisible body on the cape to help with interaction. When Doctor Strange and the cape are separate, it wouldn't surprise me if they had an invisible body on the cape when it's flying around to still keep its structure. Plus other things, I reckon. Maybe not just like an invisible body, because like if you just simulate a piece of cloth, like I am massively simplifying the work they've done. I want to specify that as well. Like it'll just like droop down. So they've got to have some sort of way to like keep it about. And I would assume trying to hand animate cloth is a lot harder than trying to animate a body, because cloth is like clothing, gravity, hair is so difficult to hand animate. It's very, very, very difficult, but it's a lot easier because it's just a reference. Is really hard to get exactly what you want. But a human body, there's millions and millions of hours, billions of hours of reference, and you can do exactly what you want to do to try and figure it all out. So that's why a lot of it is simulated, because it's sort of, we're giving you all the ingredients, now figure it all out. I'm massively simplifying it all. Okay, we've only got 6 more frames to go, and it's only taken 5 minutes, which isn't too bad, but maybe a little bit too heavy. But we did do a good chunk of good second and a half nearly of timeline. But yeah, like I said, I do have a backup project, because like I said, trying to get this attachment thing is the last piece of the puzzle to start doing like the fun creative stuff with a cape. And if it's, like I said, if it's proving too difficult, I've already got something in mind. Makes sense though. Okay, good. That's the thing, like, I really should have like I feel like I have to specify a lot that, like, when I talk a lot about visual effects, I just simplify it a lot. Okay, so far actually, that's okay. So this will give you a really good idea of what I'm saying as it attaches to it. So this is the starting point, and the reason why, like, and pretty much every simulation will do this. Let me just turn the music down a tad. Like every simulation does this, is it will never start in its first fret, like it will never start here when they're simulating. It will always start in a different pose, and that's basically the reason why, is to let the cloth or the clothing, the costume, hair, whatever, settle, because you don't want to try and attach or simulate really clothing or anything while it's already in pose, because you can get really weird crumpling or just really strange stuff. Like, it doesn't sit natural. Like, the easiest way to probably describe it is, how difficult is it to try and take clothing off when you're sitting down or laying down? Like, either one. Like, it's really difficult because it's not natural. Like, it's not natural. That's not the it's not the normal way of doing it. So, but when you stand up and put your one leg through your trousers and the other leg through the trousers, and then put your head through your t-shirt or whatever, it's so much easier. And it's like a similar principle of, like, you try and stay in a neutral pose for your cloth to actually get attached or settle on the human, for example, or our boy Craig over here. And then once it's settled, it then goes into pose. So, like, it's settled, okay, now move. And that's why we're doing it here. With, like, you're, like, a lot more, like, it's a lot more in, like, what's the right word? In normal vocabulary of, like a T-pose is, where they stand, put their arms out, feet together, and just stand straight. Like, that's sometimes what people use. Like I said, there's so many different, well, not loads of poses, but it does depend on the asset. But because with this guy we're mainly focusing on his back, I just thought his rest pose, this is his rest pose, would be the best and easiest one, because you get, like, he's not straight, but he's in his most natural posing. So you get the cape to just, like, slowly go into position, and then it goes in. And, like, you can sort of see it here, how, like, if you go from this frame, this frame, so this is 5 frames in, how it's attached. Alright, just take a mental note of this frame. And then if we go to the first frame of what be the actual shot, you see how it's so different. It's a lot more, like, slooped down. These edges are a bit more like the weight and the gravity is taking more of effect compared to this here. Like, it's completely different, and that's the whole thing of getting in pose. Like, here again is not the cleanest, because it's a little bit hacky, is the only way I can really describe it. But hopefully this gives you the idea. And so far, it actually looks like it's holding there. But what we are going to do is we're going to cheat. I want to see how long. Okay, let's go a couple more frames. Much quicker does that simulate? Because the thing is, this is the issue, is to actually see the rest of this, we have to simulate the whole frame range to see if it actually works. But that obviously takes time. But one little thing I am doing is I'm hiding the geometry of Craig, but then doing what's a thing called templating, which is this, like, ghost outline. So I'm not viewing his actual physical 3D geometry. I'm actually doing a wireframe version of it, if that makes sense. So, like, you can see, like, this is wireframe version of him, but all I need it, because all really I'm using Craig for is purely reference. So this just gives me a really good idea of, like, of how it's working. So let's just go another couple more frames because that actually simmed very, very quickly. But yeah, so because like I said, it's the right hand one that was coming down and getting not. It wasn't like unattaching. It was just slipping. The left one looks so much better because it's a lot higher. But we might just push the right one even higher, so when it actually settles, it's like a middle ground. We might even have to do something similar to that. But yeah, it's I do really like this project. It's something small, and every so often I jump back to it and all that. But it's good fun. It's really, really good fun. But yeah, if this works, and it might work, we can start focusing on the materials. But there is a part of me that wants to do the other thing. This is my problem. I'll start something and work at it for a little bit, and then I'll have like another bright idea, and then I'll start working on that, and nothing actually gets fully finished, which is like the worst thing ever. I think everyone's a bit guilty of that, but I feel like creatives are more guilty of it. Because yeah, I feel like everyone is always like, oh, started this but never finished it. But yeah, I feel like any sort of creative field or anything like that is more guilty of it. Right, it's only been a minute and a half. We've already gone through 11 frames, so we've only got 7 left to go. 8 left to go. Should be less than a minute, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, this is the only like downside of when you get into simulating stuff, and especially on your own personal computer, is you do a lot of this. There are plenty of ways to speed it up, and like I will state right now, this isn't the most optimized to be able to get feedback and stuff, not at all. Or for sure, I do the same. Yeah, like I said, I think it is very, very common for creatives. But yeah, with simulating, it's if you're not like, you don't have the luxury of like a farm, what we call a render farm. So a render farm and like a like if I put it in another phrasing of like a computing farm. So like this is computing, or sorry, no, I'll say processing farm. So this is processing all the information we've given it and is now simulating it. This is like another thing of it is processing all the information we've given it and simulating it, but we're having to do it on like just my own computer, where in a company you might have tens or hundreds, or if you're really lucky, thousands. But actually so far, so if we go from here, as it turns, it actually looks alright. The big test, alright, we're gonna risk it. We're gonna save, and we're gonna do another big chunk. The big, probably, the moment we'll really find out if it works is when he swings the hammer around and brings it down, because that's quite a big action. And that's probably when we'll know for sure how it handles. So we got 22 frames, which is near enough a second. Yeah. Just have to see how this looks. While that is man, that would be nice. My computer work runs. So yeah, like so like when you're doing your work, Emery, do you render purely off your machine? Is that how you have to do it, or can you send it anywhere? Because we send it. Like we can do stuff locally on our machine, and our machines are pretty good. But like if it's starting to be like big heavy stuff, we then send it to the farm. While that's going, let me just type in Houdini Vellum material, because sometimes downloadable fabrics, we don't want that. Do you have the values? So what I'm trying to look on now is to basically see if I can find. Oh yes, okay, that's good. Some lovely people who have have basically spent some time going through the material, the parameters, which is all this stuff on the side, and figuring out what's leather, what's denim, stuff like that. Yes, it's just on my machine. Wow, but it's just rendering video and not animation, unless it's like text animation. Oh right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just slow. Get a new computer. Ask for a new computer. Theoretically, it should be fast. Just ask for a new computer. It's fine. Just say Ben said you could get a new computer. So what I'm looking at here is, so this is the same company that make the software using now, Side Effects, and so here we go, denim. So like these are the values for denim that they've got in here, for leather. So we've got denim and leather. I think a leather cape would be quite cool. I think that'd be quite an interesting like, what's the right word there? Like, interesting sort of cape, like a leather cape. Could be quite cool. Oh God. Yeah, that sounds awful, Emery. That sounds awful. Okay. So we got here a denim skirt. On the other hand, would have sharp folds. So we want to enable bend plasticity on our cloth constraints SOP to allow the cloth to update its current rest length on its bend constraints as it deforms during simulation. In contrast to our previous silk settings, a higher value of 1 bend stiffness was used for bend plasticity. A low 0.005 threshold, high 100 rate, and 10 hardening was used to allow the cloth to enter into a new configuration quickly where the peaks. Okay. Yeah, let's try leather. I think a leather cape could be quite cool because it would actually sort of make sense for like Craig. Like, he's a bit of like he's a rock troll, if we want to call him that, and like, yeah, maybe that works. Hey Dutch, oh my God, hello Dutch. Do you remember Thunderhead? Tall, storm powers, nice man, good with kids. And I remember 15 and 58. All was well. Another day saved with his cakes. Like, I was like, when you first started at Thunderhead, I was like, why the hell do I know Thunderhead? And then I'm glad you got the reference there, Dutch, because every time we talk of capes or anything like that at work, I always either say it or in my head I go, no capes. I just can't help. It's so funny. Edna Mold. Oh God, what a babe. What a babe, Edna Mold. But how you doing, Dutch? How you doing, bud? That's why, like, if you guys have got me on Twitter, that's why I put the Edna Mold no capes gif when I went live. Like, I'll show you what I'm on about. I always... Also, guys, go follow me. But this is why I put it up. No capes. No capes. It's so good. And I will always, like, if I ever meet someone called Edna, I will instantly go, Edna Mold. It's just so good. Okay, so the cape is still attached. And it's still in the same spot where it's attached, which is nice. Oh, they are just completing grading us. I was just talking with the engineer today, but all our hard drives are avid, so we need them on a computer that was screwed. There'll be a way of changing that. Like I guarantee you will not be the first company or station to go through this type of issue, and it's a lot more common than you would probably think of, like how many times like people change systems or like them types of things. Like, so it'll still be annoying and difficult or time consuming, but it'll probably be easier than you think. Okay, we didn't get to the point where he lifts it up, but he's just about to, so let's go another bit. Just going back, says I'm imagining the scene. It says Stargale, April 23rd, 57. Cape caught in a jet turbine. Oh man. Metal Man, express elevator, down a guy, stuck on a takeoff, splashdown, sucked into a vortex. No kips. Alright. I'm alright, Ty. Just got off work. Oh, fucking hell. Was it a long day, Dutch? Was it a long, long day? Hey, well, hopefully you can chill out for a bit now, Dutch. Oh my god. That is an No, come over. That is such a good one. I like this. Oh man, I might have to, because I've got the next 2 days off, I might have to rewatch the Incredibles movies, both 1 and 2. Do you remember the cliffhanger of Incredibles 1? Where the Underminer, and everyone was like, oh my god, what's going to happen? And they actually brought it back for the second one. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I was like, it's the Underminer! I always forget what he's, like, the start of it, he goes, I am beneath you, but nothing is beneath me. I declare war on the human race. It's something like that. It's so good. She had to sign a petition to ban. That's fucking commitment. I like that. Like, that's fair play. You gotta sign a petition. Yo, I might have to do that for next fancy dress. We already know what the next fancy dress is, guys. Because I don't know if you saw, but we're over $500, so I have to wear a Disney princess costume for the event. I hope everyone realizes this. My Amazon search history is awful at the moment. It's awful. I'm trying to find a gun one. I'm even going independent, and I'm gonna go look on Friday at fancy dress stores, and I cannot wait to have the conversation with them. I'm going, have you got any princess outfits? Oh yeah, for your daughter. No, for adults. Oh, is this for your wife, girlfriend? No, it's for me. It's for me. And then just silence. Oh, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be absolutely awful. It was like 10:30 to 9:30. Not too busy though, which is good. Wait, were you out and about for that long, or were you on call? Oh wait, no wait. I'm getting stuff confused now. Yeah, were you out and about for that long, or was that your like shift? No, but wait, you don't work on shift. Educate me. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Have you an idea of what princess is? Yes, I do. I do. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying what one it's going to be. But like I said in the video, if you can't find it, it'll just be a more generic princess. But I have one in mind. I have one in mind. I'm not saying it. I'm not telling you. There's no way in hell you're going to get it out of me. Because one, I still haven't found it yet. So I don't want to say which one I've got. Well, I don't want to say which one I want to do and then not be able to get it. Okay, so... See, look. Yep. I think it's starting a little bit. Is it? No, I think it's actually holding. It is holding. I think it is. Okay, this is actually really good. This is actually really, really good. I'm doing lifeguard now because it pays more than EMS RO, but I'm also doing firefighting EMS photography challenge. Wait, hang on. We had a career change here, Dutch. I'm doing lifeguarding now because it pays more than EMS. That's crazy in itself. But I'm also doing firefighting, yeah. EMS, photography and photojournalism. I knew... I know some of them words. No, Hot springs before you, ask why lifeguard during the winter. Oh, okay. You already knew what question was coming there, Dutch. You already knew. So what, have you changed completely? Like, as your primary role from EMS to lifeguarding? I'll join you in dressing up. I have a Disney prince. Yo, that would be sick, Emery. That would actually be sick. I didn't even think of that. That would actually be very, very cool. At least there'll be someone else with me dressing up. I guarantee you, you'll look a lot better than I will. You'll look miles better than I will, Emery. I'm dreading it. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna look like such a twat. Like, the only good thing is it's for charity. So if anyone says anything, I'll just be like, hey, it's for charity. Not changed. I still do everything I was doing previously. I've just added life. Dutch, you're okay, right? Now I fully understand. But why? Why? Like, we've talked. How many times, Dutch, have I said it's always good to take a break to you specifically? Like sometimes it's good to just not overwhelm yourself. But again, I will always say fair play, Dutch. There's not wrong with being hardworking, but you also want to have your own time as well. But goddamn, Dutch, you're nuts. I have Lilo. I showed someone. Oh man, Lilo and Stitch. Oh god. Oh, Hannah means family. Oh god, Lilo and Stitch. What a film! What a film! We've all seen. Well, I say all. You guys might not have seen it. It was all over Reddit years ago, when Lilo and Stitch was coming out. When Lilo and Stitch was coming out, the scene with the rocket was supposed to be in like downtown Hawaii, I think. But they changed it because it was so close to 9/11 to be more of like the beach and stuff. It was incredible. Like the like it was a good thing they changed it. I think it was a very, very smart move. But it was crazy, just like the forward thinking of like just changing it and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting to see. Because money's. Hey, I know how you feel about that. I want to forge my own poetry. I might be selfish considering what you know. No, Dutch. What did I tell you? What did I say? I said I have huge respect for you. I have huge respect for you because of that. I've told you this before, but I really, really do. All I'm saying is, sometimes taking on more to make up for it is not necessarily the best thing, if that makes sense. Like, and I get because money, because yeah, we all need money. Like, that's the unfortunate truth. But again, you've also got your own health to like think about. Like, you also want your own time to relax and chill. I knew that. Changed it from buildings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really cool. Like, not like obviously it was awful what happened, but it's really cool that they got it and it still worked and it still fit within the whole film. And it's one of them things that if they hadn't said anything, no one ever would have known. But it was really good that they were cognizant of like that whole thing. It just shows you the amount of detail that goes into movies. People might go, really? But isn't that obvious? It's like, you'd be surprised like what people will miss and not connect the dots until someone says it to them. But I think this cape is looking good. I get what you're saying, and I'm taking on a fair bit, yeah. But I can take it, and if I can't, I have resources to do it. So hey, oh, that's fair actually, Dutch. I respect that. No, I think that's fair, and I think the big thing is you got to know when you need to say to take a break. When that's the thing, is you got to know to be able to go, okay, now I need to stop, and not go, oh, I'll just do another shift, or I'll just do another day, I'll do another week. You've got to, if you're gonna be like that, and this is my own personal opinion and slight experience, is you've got to know yourself very well to take a break. There's nothing worse with overworking yourself and then something happening and then taking a break. You don't want to be reactive, you want to be proactive. No, that's the wrong word. You don't want to be reactive. That's very, very true. But you want to be more, I always forget the word, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Like, you don't want to like wait for something to happen when it comes to this type of stuff. You want to prejudge it. Like I suffer with burnout a lot because of just work. Like, it's just a lot. But I preemptively take breaks, but I'll do like proactive. Thank you, Dutch. Thank you. Yeah, it's better to be proactive than reactive. Thank you. I've been burnt out pretty much every year of work, but like what I do is I take breaks in between. Like, so sometimes if I know for the next 3 to 4 months I'm going to be on a very, very crazy project, just because of that's just how the world is, I'll take a Friday off here or a Monday off there, because I don't know exactly if that date is gonna benefit me, but I know when it comes to that date, I'm going to be real happy that I got a bit of time off. And that's how I do it. And like, I don't use a lot of holiday, because it's always good to like actually use your holiday for actual holiday things, but like a Friday here, or like tying it in with like a national holiday, something like that, so you can have like a longer weekend, is always good. And that's how I do it. And since I started doing that, it's been better. It's been a lot better, but you'll never escape it. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, let's go back to this cape. Right, I'm going to be honest here, guys. I'm going to be honest. I want to do the other thing. I'm sorry. I really want to do the other thing. I can't stop thinking about it. So we're going to go do it. This is a little thing I'm thinking of at the moment. It's a just a little summit. Just a little summit. It's like I said, this one's a bit artsy fartsy, and this one I can do a lot more and talk at the same time, which is a lot better. I always get this wrong. Yeah, I get it wrong. That's what I want. Okay, so we've got a tube. Okay, we want to make this nice and big, so let's just test this at the moment, and I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. Like I said, it'll all make sense in a second. Right, we'll turn that to points. We want to turn that right down to 50. And then we want to copy to points. See, this stuff I can rattle off real quick because I know what I'm doing. Well, oh, wrong way around. And then we want to merge. Oh, that is actually sort of what I wanted to think about. Okay, cool. This is a very, very good start. Okay, we need a camera. Right, now the way I do this is viewers, scene viewer. And then we want to grab this. So what, okay, now I can start to explain what I'm thinking. This is going to be something very artsy-fartsy. Now, I don't want to say artsy-fartsy what for, but okay, that's cool. But I think what it could turn out to be could be very, very cool. So we want like this type of motion. Yeah, something like well, actually, let's make this bigger. Right, we want to go back to here and let's put this to 100. Let's really max it out. And what I'm going to do here, so what I'm going to do here is actually copy. Wait, oh no, it's actions, isn't it? Create a reference copy. So what I'm doing here is, because I want the points that I'm creating from the tube to be the exact same size of the actual tube, I've created what's called a reference copy. So if I turn this on, the add vertex normals, if I turn that on, it then gets turned on here. But if I turn it off there, it'll also turn it off here. It's like they're both linked together. But now that we've added more, we're going to up this to 120. And then what I'm doing here is, like I said, I'm taking the tube. You can, like, if I whack this up to like 1,000, you can sort of see the shape of the tube. Basically, what this is doing is taking this geometry and turning it into points. That's all this is doing. And then I want to add a jitter, and a jitter sounds exactly what it does. It jitters the points. So what we want to do is take out the Y. So because I want it to keep it in, I don't want it to be high. Well, actually, maybe I do want it to be a little bit high. But if we put it to like 2.2.2, it'll keep it relative shape. Actually, if I turn the points on, this will make life so much easier. If I actually look through the camera, no, that's horrifying, Ben. Okay, if I go here, you'll see how it's too small of a difference. All right, let's put it to 1. This will be a better way to show you. So you can see how here all the points are all scrambled because the jitter is 111. So it's like anywhere in between them values just move around. It's completely random. But then if you view this, it takes its normal shape of a tube, like here, and then you go here, and they're all over the place. But 1 is too high, so let's put it back to 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. And then what I'm doing is taking every single point, and there's, oh, we don't want 1,000 points. Put it to 120. What we're doing here is we're taking the 120 points that we created from that tube and assigning a box to them. And then the box here, so each box is then whatchamacallit, is then transformed into each point, and it's taking what's called the centroid point. Can we actually view the... No. Okay, it won't let us. I was hoping we could just get the point. But yeah, so what it's doing is taking the middle of the cube, which is called the centroid, and then taking the centroid point of the cube and each individual of them 120 points and basically putting them together. And you can see it here. So if we go to wireframe mode, you can see actually inside this cube there's a little point. It's hard to see, but it's right here. There's a point right here, and that's basically where the 2 points are meeting together. This looks very complicated. I'm sure. Yeah, like that's a good way of putting it, Dutch. Like, pretty much a lot of what I'm saying is a lot more like just jargon than actual knowledge. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here. View. And it also makes me sound a hell of a lot clever. Well, a hell of a lot smarter. There we go. A hell of a lot smarter than I actually am. But now what we want to do is we want to go back to this. I want to go back to the camera. We want to move it ever so slightly. Somewhere like there. And this is just rough at the moment. It's purely just rough. And then if we just keyframe it, let me put that to straight 90. So first frame it starts here, and then we'll go to, how far should we go? Should we go to 24, 48? Let's go to, oh man, I'm forgetting my 96. Yeah, let's go 96. Now we'll just reverse. That's pretty much it, Dash. That's pretty much it. Now we'll just reverse the polar. I can't even say the word, and we'll be fine. Right. Okay. So if we just go somewhere like there. Now here we just want to see the speeds. That's all we want to do. So if we go here, we press play. Oh, okay. That's not how fast it goes. It wasn't playing in real time. So if we go here. That's way too fast. Way too fast. Okay, so if we go back, select that. Oh, it's there, right, okay. Okay, so we want to do that, but when we get to here, we don't want to be that far. We want to be like, say, here. If we go back, and we can now see what this looks like. See, that's slower, but it's still quite fast. Also, it's to the... Hang on, let me go in here. We want to get it a bit more central. There we go, that's better. Oh, let me just copy this value. I'm going to copy this value and then paste it in there so we know it matches up. So it actually travels near enough 40 meters. If I remember rightly, this software Houdini works in meters. And if you look up in here, it translates 46.7. It's actually about 43 meters in 3 seconds, which is which is quite a bit of a feat. So let's put this to like 20. Yeah, I think it does work in meters, this software. So if we go here, okay. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to do to 15. I think 15 is probably a nice number. Okay, right. So that's the camera. So what I want to do now is I want to lock... I'm locking the parameters just so I don't knock them or mess with them. So now we've got this. Now, what we want to do, we want to add lights. Let me just add an FGen light. And if we go to render view and hit render, what appears? Oh, it's rendering through the camera. Okay, that's actually okay, because we can actually try something else here. Because you can see it's going through the camera because it's called drop camera, and also you can see the squares. So what I'm actually going to do is do something better. If we go to lights, and let's just put a normal light actually, and you can see it's affecting it because all of a sudden it's gone through there. And actually, let's go to render view again. You can see it all the way through here. It's all the way over there, but it actually looks quite cool. It's the effect I'm going for. I feel like I'm mad scientist right now because I feel like I'm explaining nothing. But let's actually bring this all the way over here and go back to render view. Okay, right. Let's actually change... Can we change this to render view? We should be able to. Is it under MISC? No. TPOS. Oh, mantra rendering bin. It's right there. So let this render. Zoom out. So now we can actually move it through here. So, but I've just realized we don't have any parameters. Ah, damn. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go top and bottom. And we'll stick this as parameters. Because now we can even change the color of it. So if we go a nice yellow, we get that. So this is like this is a really cool way of working. I really like working like this. Is not that we can actually do this at work because the renders are so much higher quality and get passed on, but like I can see live feedback right here. Like, which is really, really cool. But let's put it to like what that looks. See, that looks cool. But now, if we copy the same light, let's just take it off auto update, because oh my god. And then if we grab another light, and then we actually put this like here. And then if we hit render now, let's see what it looks like. Like I said, this is cool. I love working like this. Get that live feedback straight away. What's that? Oh, okay, that's fine. So, I actually want to try something. I'm going to delete these lights because that's fine. Okay, what we're going to do... Do they have a transform? Do these lights have transforms on them? Oh, they do. Happy days. Okay, so now we want to go here. Wait, what does the camera finish on? The camera finish is on 15. So, I want to put this to the end, and I want to put it to, say, 18, okay? It's there. Actually, now go back to the render view. I was trying to think. Let me actually save this for a second. Professional Houdini. So, if we go to the out and do a mantra render. It's giving them an EXR files. We don't want that. Alright, let's just... I just want to see if this works. Just hit... Let's just do render to disk. Is it rendering? I don't think it is. Oh no, it is. Okay, right. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. This is, like I said, purely a test. We probably won't do the full frame range, but we might do like the first 10. I just want to see how this looks. But now what we're doing right now, basically rendering. Is it going to render the second? Okay, it's only rendered one frame. Lovely. I thought because... Okay, let's cancel that. So, if we go... What's non-interactive? Let's try that. I said we're experimenting now. We're experimenting right now. Okay, nothing's happening. We don't need that anymore. Nothing is happening. Okay, so we're gonna have to... Can I not do it as a .mov? I know this... It's not gonna let me, is it? Right. Let's just try this. Let's see how long this takes. I'm hoping not too long. Yeah, I'm hoping not too long. Right, if we go over here and here. Has it done it? No, it can't have done it. That's way too quick. Render to end play. Okay. So that's the first frame. Gonna do the second. What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let's go that and then I'm doing something wrong and it's really annoying me. okay. The issue is it's not rendering multiple frames. It's just rendering the one frame. Which is really annoying. Why? Why? There's something I'm doing wrong and I can't think of what it is. I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. I think I'm an absolute idiot. I'm an idiot. I know why. Oh, I forgot to turn off rendering one frame. Oh, for God's sake. I was rendering, I didn't change it from... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, God. Well, I think I am. Well, maybe an idiot. Yeah, I was an idiot. I was an idiot, guys. Okay, we're just going to give this a couple minutes to render. Yeah, I want to see how the light travels and how it bounces off the other cubes. Yeah, I want to see how it bounces around. But while that's going on, guys, I will say, we do actually have another stream tomorrow. If I get the old calendar up. I still haven't made it into a scene at this point. We might as well just not do it, because I feel it's part of the running joke. If I change to this, and switch back to views, we are on the 10th, and we're on the best day ever, aka my birthday. And we're going to be doing 12,000 FIFA points. Now, like I said, I know a lot of people aren't massive fans of FIFA and all that type of stuff. But this, you're going to be seeing me spend a lot of money. Well, about 100, well, still a lot of money. But about $120 on game points. And seeing if I can get stuff back. If you like crate openings and all that type of stuff, tune on in. And probably I'm going to be disappointed of what I get. Let's be fair. I probably am. But if you want to come and say hello, I'd always appreciate it. But yeah, we have actually got a stream tomorrow. I don't know how long the stream's going to go on for. I generally don't. We might just do some pack openings and then that'd be it. We might play some games. I don't know. But yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then the next one is Saturday. And by quite a lot on the Discord. On the Discord and on my Twitter post, Battlefield 2042 is going to be played. Yeah, Battlefield 2042 is going to be played. 12 hours we're going to play it for. 12 hours. So yeah, that's what we're going to do on Saturday. And then it's into the final week. If we actually go back to the, well, I say final week. We go like the final full week. Because obviously this is now changed to Battlefield. And we got another AoE. We need to win one. We have to. Got some Hunt Showdown with Charles and Citrus. And then it's the big day, which I'm very looking forward to. And then we're going to finish off playing some more Battlefield. But we're about halfway through, guys. And we're halfway through. And we're halfway to the donation goal. Which is pretty wild to say. That is pretty wild to say. And that's all thanks to you guys. It really, really is. So, again, thank you so much to everyone who's donated. You guys are awesome. You are very, very cool people. And, yeah, it's... Like, I was excited for the event. I was excited for this whole charity month. But how generous you guys have been has sort of taken up another level. Like, it's kind of crazy. It really, really is. But, yeah, that's it. Like, it's going to be very strange after the event is over to not be planning anything else, if that makes sense. It's going to be very strange. Yeah, because it's taken up a lot of my year. In a good way, it's taken up a lot of my year. yeah, it's been good. It's been very, very good. But I tell you one thing, I am very, very excited to play a lot of Battlefield on Saturday. I think I can pre-download it tonight or tomorrow. So we should just be fully ready to go. I'm gonna try my absolute best, and I mean this. And I'm gonna try my absolute best not to play any of it on Friday. But I have a full day off on Friday as well. I do have things to do on Friday, but they're not going to take all day. So I'm going to try my best not to play any of it. But I can't promise anything because I've been waiting for a new Battlefield to be excited for a very, very long time. I've been very, very excited for it. Alright, I'm just going to have a quickly check on it, see how it's getting on. Okay, we'll give it like 2 more minutes because we're not going to be able to render the full frame range. But this is to get an idea of the look we're going for. But as I can see in the preview window right now, it's looking kind of tasty. Yeah, this is if anything, this is a bit of R&D for me as well because I've been thinking of something creative that I've been thinking for a couple of weeks, and I just haven't had time to actually test what I want to do out, and this is me testing it right now. So if anything, this is guinea pig territory. I also need to have another shave because we're just doing Tash. It's Movember. We're just doing Tash. Right, we'll go to a second because we're on frame 20 right now. So we'll go to 24 frames to get a second. Or 23.97, as some purists like to say. I do quite enjoy watching this render. It's very therapeutic of how it works. Like with all like the little white square, like I'll show you because you actually know what I'm on about. You'll see it in a second pop up. You see all the white squares and you can see how it's like going in a sense like line by line, pixel by pixel, changing the position. It's very therapeutic to watch. It's cool. I like it. But yeah, actually we'll just keep playing it now. Like my goal for this is to have like really, really cool shadowing, because obviously there's loads of squares right now, but I feel like what gives it like a whole different type of aspect is the shadows that it creates, and you can see it like here. Like this looks like a black triangle, but it's not. It's actually a shadow of the box, and it just changes the whole like look as you approach it. Like the tip, the corner here, this goes to this corner here. Like you can, god damn it, you can see it here. But then as it gets closer, the whole profile of just this one cube changes. So then you mix that in with everything else. Even on here, like how this face of this cube is quite bright, and then with literally in the space of 3-4 frames is complete darkness. I think it's just really cool, and you get it again on this sound on this one. I think once you get like a full 3 seconds of this, just like that going through, it'll look like lights turning on and off. Like you can sort of get the thing that I'm going for here with like the 3 squares. Like if I go to the last frame here, actually no, this square, and this square. When the light passes it gets like going from like light to black very, very quickly. And again, like it's like something is being switched on and off. And like that's the effect that I'm thinking of. And looking at this, I think it's it. I think this is it. Actually, we're gonna let this go for a couple more minutes because I'm liking it. But to give you an idea of like how people work in the industry is, like this might be the length of an actual shot that we're working on. Like I've had shots shorter than this. I'm not joking. I've had, I think the quickest shot I ever had was like 15 or 16 frames, and it's 24 frames in a second. So, like about 2/3 or just over half. Yeah, about just over. Wait, 24 is 12. Yeah, about 2/3. 2/3 of the shot. 2/3 of a second. So if you go 1 Mississippi, so you're like 1 minute and it's gone. Like that's how quick the shot was. I'm not gonna say what show or anything before anyone asks. But yeah, like you like and you work like this. Like I'll speak from me. Like I work like this. Like I'll run something like this and I'll just have it constantly looping. And every like how I'll be working is, I'll be like this. I'll be like looking at it, and I'll be looking at like just this corner up here, the top right corner, and the bottom left corner, then the bottom right, the middle. I'll be looking at all different sectors because there's no way in hell you look at it once and go, "Right, I've seen everything." You just cannot. Like no one can do that. I don't care who you are, you cannot. So like, just checking sections all the time, and in some cases I've actually watched it in reverse. I actually watch sometimes I actually watch it in reverse because it changes the shot completely different. If someone's gone from left to right and now they're going from right to left, you process everything completely differently. Like I view it as like when you walk backwards, you see the word differently. So, and it's nowhere near as intense as walking backwards, but you do view stuff differently just when it's in reverse. And it has helped me a couple times where watching it in reverse, I've actually noticed some mistakes. And I'm talking like with crowds, with people, when someone's walking, like, because if someone walks straight, it doesn't matter if they walk normal, like forward or in reverse. How like the way they walk shouldn't change, if that makes sense. Like the animation shouldn't change. But I've had occasions where people have actually like, I say people, 3D models have like actually shifted to the left and right. But because I'm watching it normal speed, normal direction, it looks, I can't see it because it's all flowing in that direction. Okay, here's the way to describe it. Because say you've got like 10 people and they're all moving in one general direction, but one guy is wrong. Because they're all moving together in that direction, and you're used to seeing people move in that direction, your brain actually like fixes stuff in your brain for your vision. So like if something's slightly broken, you'll like just make it work. But if it's going backwards, your brain's not used to seeing people walk backwards like that. So you'll see it like a different angle, different view. And that's sometimes what I do. If I'm working on something and it's a shot that's had like a lot of notes, or it's like a really, really big shot. I actually did it for one of my June shots. I really want to show you guys the one I did because I've actually got a video of it. Someone did like a breakdown of it on YouTube, like all the really cool shots on June, and one of my shots, and I was like, let's fucking go. I was so stoked. I was like, oh, let's go. But I can't. And like that was one of the shots because that was the longest shot I ever worked on in any film. And like I watched that forwards and backwards, and it helped, especially again with the type of shot that it was. Like it really, really helped watching it backwards in reverse, because I noticed things. I was like, that doesn't look right. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, it's still quite fast, but the lights on the squares is the effect is what I want. The effect is definitely what I want. I think in reverse it actually looks quite cool as well, because it looks like the lights are being turned on. I feel like it could be a start to like some show or something, where like some sci-fi show, where it's like it just comes up with like intergalactic. And this is like some sort of wormhole or something. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's our $1 billion idea right there, guys. Oh god, if that was worth $1 billion, I would not be sat here right now. I'd be working on that $1 billion idea. The more I look at it, I actually think it looks better going backwards. See, this is the thing, just having it going backwards, I'm like, it actually looks quite good going backwards. But then you... Also, I'm going to try and move my mic to it. Just going back to like some visual effects stuff. This is like, if you've got your lead over and they're sat next to your desk and they're looking at your computer and they've got the keyboard and they're looking, this is the worst sound you can hear from a supervisor or a lead at your desk using your computer. I'm going to hopefully this picks it up. And what that means is they're checking frame by frame. So you can see it on the thing when I was like tapping here, like checking frame by frame. They're doing stuff like this. It's called A over B. Usually that means like A over B in its sort of like purest form is two different versions with one slight change, and they have them overlapping each other, and A and B is switching between the two really, really quickly to see the small change. But like you can call this like A over B in as well, of like checking two frames within just the one scene. And this could be looking at things if like it's what we call popping, or if something's broken for just that one frame, because that does happen where like, again, taking someone's walk in and then one frame their arm pops out then pops back in, and it could happen one frame, and just doing that you can check. But it's the worst thing you can hear because they've noticed something and they're checking it, and it's awful. Like, yeah, it's awful. It's so cool looking. I appreciate that, Emery. Like, there's loads of things I wanna try with it. But this is the basic idea. This is like the storyboard of it, of like the light. It's cool. I like it. Because now what I want to try and do is randomly rotate all the boxes so they're all at different angles, so we get even more like unique edges and shadowing. And I've got to remember how to do that. Random rotation. Houdini Vex. Coding is my weakest thing, like coding language. It is yeah, it's my weakest part, and it's really annoying because it's so powerful, and some of the stuff people do is like crazy, and I genuinely mean that. Some of the stuff people do with coding is wild. It's so cool. And it's just a one part of my my career that, well, my repertoire that I want to get better at. Is this guy actually... oh, I think he has. Oh, no, don't tell me doing it like this. Oh, no, I don't think he is. Okay. So I will show you what I'm on about in a second. I just need to check. Oh. Is that how you do it? So he's done it through... Okay, I think I might have figured it. I think we might know how to do it. This may not work out. I'm going to say it now. But I think that's good enough for now. Yeah, I think that's... good enough for now, what we're trying to achieve. So we're gonna interrupt that now. So it's now stopped, and there we go. So we're going to close that down, close that down, close that down. Okay, so it'll give us an error, but that's fine. So we want to go here. Just move that a little bit over. Normal. Points. Okay, and then we want to add a Rangel, Hangel, and then we want to add in here float rand dots equals fit 01. We go rand at pt num plus ch seed double brackets. Oh yeah, and then this is setting the angle to this to 360, and then do another close brackets. That. What's the first one in? It's oh. And nothing, but that's kind of good. Oh god, Quinn. Oh, it's there. Quintonio. I can never say the word. RADINAS. There's a lot of maths in visual effects, by the way. Well, not loads. That's wrong, but there is enough. Randrop. And then that's acting at the normal. Okay, and that's showing us because we don't have something. I'm gonna have to go back for a second. Let me put you on this screen over here. But this is surprisingly, and I said this last week, a lot of our visual effects is done. She's got an attribute randomize. Got two attribute randomizers. Random color and random scale. But we don't need random scale. Okay. I think we're missing something in the normal node. That's what I think we're missing. So we're just checking. The normal group is to points. We've done that. That's right. We've done something wrong here, chat. We've done something wrong. I can't remember. I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't want to play the tutorial because it's not mine. But I'm doing something wrong. Let me just check the wrangle. No, that's not it. That's not what we want to do. We want to go. What do? Oh no, okay, yeah, that's fine. Flow run dot equals fit01 rand ptnum at seed. That's fine. P watt and quaternium rand. Rand ROT. Oh, that's right. O V. It's saying that is wrong. It's saying Rand Rot is wrong, but why? Why? It's saying it can't get the variable Rand Rot, but how has he got in here then? Oh wait, can we do it through this? Oh no, we can't. Okay, that's annoying. Damn, that's really annoying. Happy Rot, Rand Rot. Let me just Google this. Houdini. I wish there was a tool that you could just say is random rotate these things. I feel like it should be relatively easy. I do love this software, but sometimes it makes easy things very, very difficult. And very difficult things very, very easy. Attributes. This guy's saying and then P scale. Okay, so that's randomized it. Okay, oh, okay, that might have fixed it. Okay, thank you, guy who's head of a 3D. Oh, that's quite cool. Right, okay, so if we actually go back to this now. So he's saying doing it off the attribute, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now what we need to do... Oh, God, you guys are seeing the more annoying... Well, not annoying stuff, but more crazy stuff. Can we do it... Like, is it... I've never actually tried this. If we do... No, that does not work. That's a shame. Okay, we can just take these away now. So if we did P scale, it works fine. But we don't want that. How do we get rotation from here? Wait, if we add a transform, does that give us the attributes? So I'm talking out loud now, guys. That just gives P. Wait, so what? Wait, if we... RY, does that work? No. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now, guys, is I'm trying to... I'm trying to reference the rotation of the cubes and set it in between 0 and 360. That's what I'm trying to do. What about attribute promote? No, it won't be... Wait, could it be promote? been so long since I've been in this software. No, that's not it. Oh, got it. Again, it's going to be something so simple, I guarantee you guys. Maximum value. Oh, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Oh, this is... Oh, man. This is the only issue doing this stuff, like, on live and live stream is you can get stuck, and then, like, it literally just stops all your progress. And it's just trying to figure it out. If we do it on position... Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And then normal. Oh! Huzzah! Oh, fucking of course normal would work. So if I put that to 0.5, and then this to 2, and this to like 0.2. Oh, wait, that's not going the way I wanted to. 5. Yeah, put that to 5. This to 3. 0.1. There we go. That is what we want. Well, start of what we want. That makes so much more sense because you're looking at... Alright, ignore me, guys, because we've added the normal there. Yep, that makes sense. So there we go. That's... Like I said, this gives us way more, like, cooler angles now. But I feel like this is a value we can really mess with. Okay, ooh. Actually, let's not mess with it too much. But now we're cooking on gas, people. We put that to 5, 5, 5. So this is like really pushing it now. Yeah, I think 5's too much. Maybe if we put it to 3. What if we put that to 0? There we go. That's better. And then now up here, put it to 150. We've also got the global seed to really like, yo, how messed, yo, how sick would that? All right, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. I want to try something real fucking trippy right now. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. This is purely my entertainment right now. I just want to see if this works. Oh my god. It is all kinds of fucked up right now. What the fuck is this? It's not the effect I want? Oh my good god. Oh my god, this is hellish. Okay, that was too much, but if we change this to like 0.1, then we do it again, because it sims, well, it's not even a simulation, it just renders real fast. It actually gives a really cool effect. If you look, just pay attention to that. It gives like a really cool effect. This is crazy. How is that to 0.1? Right, let me put it to 0. There. Still? Oh my god, it does that many. Oh, mother. Fucker, right, okay. Hang on. I need to see what it's set up to. Global seed, global seed, global seed. Set to a range of 10. Okay, that's fucked. Right, let's try this again, but let's go 0.000001. That's like moved it ever so slightly. Oh, what? I didn't eat. Oh. How? This doesn't make any sense. It's saying E, so it's... What? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's doing it every single frame. And I'm only telling it to do go up by a single point, which is kind of weird. Because this is just crazy. Right, let's just delete all these. Cool. Okay, remove keyframes. Gonna let me delete them? Delete channels. Okay, there we go. But what's that? Oh wait, I got a bad idea. Can we do it to these? Now if we just put that to like 0.5 and then put that to 2. Oh, this could be really sick. This could be really sick if it's gonna do what I think it's gonna do. Like it might move like one at a time, like just random ones. Oh, that would be fucking awesome. Oh, I think it did. I think it does. I think one moved right there. Yes, do you see that one move? Okay, it's just nowhere near long enough. That's cool. I love that. That's weird as fuck. This has got a global seed. It does do something, but it's terrible. Add value, add minimum, add maximum, multiply. Oh no, set value. Okay. So if we set these to 1, that goes to 4, that goes to 4. See, this is again, this is the fun part of doing this stuff. It's just pure like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Hey Jackie, how you doing, bud? Okay, so if we try to remember the lighting stuff now. The light, and we put the intensity down to like that. How is that looking? Let's check the render view back out. How you doing, Jackie? Hope all is well, bud. We've raised, as you can see above, an insane amount of money, over 500 bucks. So that means on the 20th, I will definitely be in a princess outfit. And you helped donate to that, bud, so thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. Okay, let me actually do it on this one. I don't know why I did it on the small one. What a day to be. That looks kind of freaky. Alright, let's just do some frames of that. Let's actually render that out. Parameters, render to end play. Cool, so we're gonna let that render a few frames and see how it looks. Because now we're getting like the edges that we want. We're getting the cool edges, so that'll give us the cool shadows. Good, just came home from work tired. Oh god, I can only imagine. How was work? How was the shift? Still helping your dad out? Yeah, 500, mate. Sheesh indeed. Sheesh indeed, bud. Like, yeah, 500 bucks, and we're only on... Like, that happened on day 8. Day 8. was when we hit over $500, which is crazy, absolutely insane. We're not even close to the event. We've got 10 days to the event. We're halfway to the event, and we're already halfway to the goal, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. See, now I'm just thinking, like, what cool things can we also add to this? And I'm thinking. I'm tinking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just thinking, like, yeah, what else we can add to this? And I'm thinking, like, so with the squares, the cubes, we make them more unique, and what, like, but we only do like 5 or 6 unique and still copy the rest. Maybe something like that could actually work really good. Yeah. Because what we could add some cracks into the rocks. That would be fairly simple to do. Yeah, we could add some cracks in. And we do like 3 or 4 of them. That'll make them fairly unique. So you're going to play any squad again? I think so, yeah. Like, I actually played squad a couple of weeks ago for the first time in ages. And it was actually quite fun. It was quite fun to play it again. But there's only like 3 or 4 of us playing. But I think if I did it again, I'd want to try and organise like a full squad or close, like more like 5, 6 of us. Just to like, because it was still good playing with like them lads when it was like 3, 4 of us. But playing just more of you is better in squad. But yeah, that would be good fun. That would be really good fun. But yeah, it was nice to play squad. We played Tarkov on Monday, which I haven't played in ages, and we was amazing at Tarkov. We made like 2.5 million, like 4 raids, and they're pretty much all from scavs. In 3 scav raids, 2 of them we spawned with a Lubsky card, which was brilliant. It was pretty good. So if I'll change it back so you can see what's going on. But all we're doing now is just waiting for this to render, and we've got to get way more frames to get a good look at this. Get a good look at this. But like I said, it's the effect that I'm thinking of. Like I said, there's like, we've only been doing this for like less than an hour, so there's, well, probably less than that, like 40 minutes. There's way more work that needs to go into it, but this is a really good building block. Really, really good building block. I wish there was a button I could press and it just all be done. I think every like creative artist that works in renders would love that button. It'd be the best thing ever. What do I think of Corridor Digital? So I grew up, I'll go back to the screen. I grew up with Corridor Digital. Them, the guys from Rocket Jump. They will always hold a special they will always hold a special place in my heart, because like they helped me see really like cool visual effects. Yeah, they're awesome, like the Corridor Digital guys. Like some of the visual effects artist reacts, I think, like, I know there's some people in the industry that are a fan of them, but for certain reasons. I don't have that much of an issue with it. I think there is a certain level of not playing to the camera, that is the wrong wording at all, but overemphasizing certain things just to make it more interesting for the more casual viewer, if that makes sense, which I'm fine with. But yeah, I think again, like I love Corridor Digital. It's really good. I'm ashamed that Rocket Jump isn't really I've seen a few videos pop up recently, but it's not what it it's not what it used to be, like what it was in its heyday. Sorry if I question. Hey, you don't need to apologize at all. You can. I'm always happy to answer questions. If they had a place open, would you go? So they're a tiny studio. I necessarily wouldn't call them a studio. I'd call them a boutique. So judging from their behind the scenes videos and just the vibe, they're probably like a team of say max 20 people, maybe give or take say 5 people. So I wouldn't class them as, in a sense, a studio, and I do not mean that disrespectfully at all. I would more class them as a boutique visual effects house than a studio. And they more specialize in generalist roles. From my understanding and seeing the work they do and because of the size of their company, you have to be a bit more generalist, because you have to be able to do a lot of things. I'm more specialized in what I do, so I'd be very, very surprised if they ever had a role that I could apply for, if that makes sense, because what I do in the industry to probably their needs are very, very different. But like, fair play to the Corridor Digital dudes. Like they've made it all themselves. Like they've made everything themselves. Like no one can ever take that away from them. And I think they've introduced a lot of kids, when I was a teenager, into the world of visual effects and also motion graphics and filming and like loads of things. I think they did a really, really good job of that. I really do. Like, I remember watching VGHS when it was coming out on YouTube. Like, I love VGHS. I actually rewatched it like a year ago. I loved it. Like, it was so good. It was like it was every kid's dream, was going to video game high school. It was like the best. And like, yeah, it was just awesome. Yeah, like, I love that show so much, and it was even on Netflix for a little bit, which was really, really cool. Yeah, like they did a really, really good job, and what I would like, if I could like have an open channel with them and say the one thing I would love to see more from them is more like I don't even like, how can I describe it, like more behind the scenes things, but hands-on, if that makes sense. So like because when they do like their studio updates and whatever, it's more just like going to someone's desk and just like having a quick chat. Like they've sort of done it with when there was like not a competition video, but like they had like 2 artists go against each other and see what they can create in a day. Like that was really cool. I don't like, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something else I really want to see from Corridor. Like, but it is hard because I know the hours that get put into stuff behind the scenes, like when you're working on projects. So I know it's very, very difficult to try and do that. I don't know. Like, I don't know really. Yeah, I don't know, but I would love to meet the dudes. Like I would really, really like to meet them, just to chat to them about stuff, and like, because like it's difficult to, obviously when you're at work it's easy because everyone is in visual effects, but it's difficult to like really chat about nerdy visual effects things outside of work, unless you've got like visual effects friends outside, people who know work in visual effects outside of work, and you can like chat to them about like nerdy things, like not obviously about work, but like, oh, this is cool, this isn't cool, oh, I was trying this is like that type of thing. It's really, really cool. And also, like, I love Node. They're like gaming airsoft thingy channel. I love Node. That was so cool. I always loved Node's intro as well, with the blue, like the blue fiery smoke. Well, though it wasn't smoke. It was more like a... God, I'm trying to wrap my brain around it now. I don't even know what you would actually call it. But it just looked really, really cool. But yeah, I loved atmospheric stuff. But yeah, I love... Node was really good. Node got me massively into airsoft as well. God. Yeah, I would be really cool to meet the Corridor Digital dudes. Okay, so now we're about 36 frames. So this is what we're sort of looking at. The different angles definitely help, because like the cool thing is like at frame 1 you can't see that far down the middle, and then obviously as it goes and the light travels with it, it opens up more. And like I said, the different angles definitely make it look cool, but again, it needs more now. Yeah, it definitely needs more. So, yeah, going backwards actually is quite different. It gives a completely different feel. Like, if you've seen it going backwards, it looks a lot dimmer, but then if you play it forward, it seems a lot brighter because you're going with the light. But then if you play it backwards, it gives a whole different feel. Completely different. And this way, bright as anything. It's cool. It's really, really cool. I love stuff like that. But guys, that is where we're going to end it. I know, like, the visual effects ones are usually short just because I'm doing it straight after work, so it's always nice to, like, I'm sort of continuing on my my day. But we actually made some cool progress there. And that has got my, what's the right word? The gears turning in my brain for future things, But that is where I'm going to end it, guys. Again, I just want to say a huge thank you for the support. The past 10 days have been amazing. The fact that we've raised that amount of money already, sorry, excuse me, is absolutely insane. And that is all thanks to you guys here. I really, really can't thank you enough. We are actually streaming tomorrow. We are doing like pack openings on FIFA. You're basically going to see me spend a lot of money and probably rage of, but yeah, probably just going to rage. But yeah, I think it's going to be a nice little thing. Going backwards on it would, but with like monster eyes and the fathers, that would be quite cool actually. Like, but that's the thing, like, it's cool how just going forwards and backwards changes the whole feel of it. And you're definitely right, Emery, of like going backwards definitely gives it a more creepy feel. I think it's because it's more dimly lit and stuff. So that'd be quite cool. Well, we've got loads of this is what I love. You can do so many things. It's so cool. But yeah, thank you. Actually, yeah, I just want to reiterate again. Thank you so much to everyone. And yeah, I'm back on here tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming around anywhere from 12 to 2 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, it'll be somewhere around there. I don't know exactly because it's on a day off, and it's obviously I don't usually stream through the day because I'm at work. So just keep an eye on my socials, the Discord. Make sure you got the reactionary roles. They're the best ways to keep up to date. And yeah, I will say good night, Nostad. See you later, Jackie. See you later, Emery. Dutch, if you're still in there, I will say goodbye to you. And